Hi everybody, it's me again. For my third video, I wanted to talk about. Hi everybody, it's me again.
Page notes here.
For my third video, I wanted to talk about.
Got my
what to do specifically if
that's how I roll.
I wanted to talk about avoid what to do specifically if they just pop out your best attempts to avoid prison abuse. The reason I want to talk about it is because it happened to me at the beginning of this semester. It really sucks. The reason I want to talk about it is because there's not a whole lot you can do at the beginning of this semester. There are some things you can do. It really sucks, but there's not a whole lot you can do. At the beginning of the semester, like I just mentioned, at the beginning of the semester, like I just mentioned, it's a kind of a small campus. It's like ex-boyfriend who maybe 2,000 people. I don't even know what the exact number is. It's a kind of a small campus. It's like maybe 2,000 people. One of my guy friends let me know because I just kind of written about the abuse. One of my guy friends let me know because I just kind of written about the abuse for my more on that later creative writing project. I'm writing a memoir type thing, but. Anyway, the guy friend let me know later, and was like, hey, just so you know, so-and-so the guy friend let me know, and I was like, hey, and freaked out a little bit. So-and-so was here, and I went, after that, I just kind of freaked out a little bit, whatever. I really don't care. After that, I just kind of, as long as I don't have to deal with him, whatever. But I really don't care. Then later that as long as I don't have to deal with him. There was this lecture that I was covering because I'm doing PR writing internship. And my boss wanted me to cover this lecture that was happening on campus. One of our psych and my boss wanted me to cover this lecture on addiction happening on campus. One of our psych like substance abuse and all that. But then this lecture on addiction, it kind of took a turn, and he started talking about controlling and abusive relationships. It kind of took a turn, and then they started talking about controlling and abusive relationships. And then, like, a psych major did this skit, and then they had like this skit abuse in relationships. The professor, and then like a psych major did this skit about, and it was really hard to watch. Okay, abuse in relationships, but I got through it, and it was really hard to watch. Okay, it sucked. I had my aunt there with me, so she got to see firsthand what it's really like because. I had my aunt there with me, so I don't think she got to see firsthand what it's really understood how hard it is to leave. Until that point, I don't think she really after that and all that. But understood how hard it is to leave. But I saw the guy that had abused me. When I was at that lecture, I saw the guy that had my article that I had to write. Just did my best to ignore it because I was taking my notes from my article that I had to write. My aunt and I after the presentation was over. Then when we were leaving the lecture hall, we saw him standing in like his little group presentation was I guess. We saw him standing in like his dirty look. I didn't really notice it. I didn't pay much attention to it. I'm like, oh, I didn't really notice it. But my aunt noticed it. Pay much attention to it. I'm like, oh, he's there. Whatever. Got home, she expressed. But my aunt noticed it, and it freaked her out. And later that week, got home, she expressed some concern. At the beginning of the next week, a couple of my friends came up and were like, later that week, we're kind of worried about you. Are you okay? I'm like, well, I haven't had any direct contact with him, so we're kind of worried about you. Are you okay? I'm like, well, I haven't had any direct contact with him, so I'm. You were able to avoid. Just pops up in the least expected place. It kind of throws you, You were able to avoid. Just pops up in the least expected place. It kind of being nervous made me a little nervous. So I asked the professor who gave the lecture. What? Them being nervous made me a little nervous. So I asked the professor who gave the lecture. The look that I got was a potential warning. And he said that this could happen to you. The look that I got was a potential warning that I just mentioned. For like, this could happen to you because the guy kills the girl, shoots the girl that I just mentioned. And even though the physical danger kills the girl, physical danger passes within 6 months of leaving a relationship. The physical danger, he still said that danger passes within 6 months of leaving a relationship. Whatever. So he still said that just for my peace of mind, on his mind, and whatever to keep everyone around me from worrying about me too much. Just for my peace of mind, I talked to the undergrad dean to keep everyone around me from worrying about me too much. I didn't know how she'd react. I talked to the undergrad dean. I mean, I thought I was being stupid. It was tricky. I'm like, I didn't know how she'd react. I thought I was being stupid. I'm like, well, whatever. She thanked me for being open. I do feel a little bit better now, you guys. And said she'd do her best to make sure that we went in the same classes. I mean, that was pretty much all I needed. And said she'd do her best to make sure that we end up in a semester-long course that I needed to graduate. I just wanted to make sure that I wouldn't end up in a semester-long course that I needed if I was in a class with him all semester long. And the class sizes are pretty small. But it would suck if I was in a class all semester long. And the class sizes are pretty small at my college. So we'd be like this, kind of keeping an eye out, whatever, watching my back, I guess. But like I said, I wasn't too nervous. It was just more like watching my back, I guess. Like I said, I wasn't too nervous. It was just more like crap. I mean, because nobody wants to be around somebody treating them like crap. But I guess what I want you guys to take away from this story is to not.
But I guess
don't feel like you're
overreacting
or being melodramatic or whatever.
Is
if you're
to
in this
not.
situation. Okay?
Don't feel like you're overreacting.
It's your
or being
school's job to
melodramatic or
keep
whatever,
you safe.
if you're in
and
this
this goes.
situation.
I mean, same thing with work.
It's your school's
it's
job
even trickier,
to keep
especially
you
if you're
safe.
like
And
a
this
small
goes-
company or
I mean,
you're like
same
a
thing with
retail
work.
store and the person
Work,
shows
it's even
up.
trickier, especially
The
if you're
people,
like a small company
the
or you're like a
authorities,
retail store.
authority
And the person
figures, I
shows
guess,
up.
need to know
The
what's
people,
going on.
the authorities.
Authority figures,
I
I guess,
need
need
to put a restraining order on the person or anything, but they need to know in case something would happen.
You don't
There's
need
just
to
that
put a
potential
restraining
there,
order on the
and
person or anything,
about
but they
it.
need to know in case something would happen. There's just
Another
that
thing that
potential
was
there and they
suggested
need
to me
know
by my
about it.
therapist
Was to
another
avoid going
thing
to
that was
isolated
suggested
areas
to me
of
by
campus
my
alone.
therapist
Was
that's just like
to
common
avoid
sense,
going
you
to
guys.
isolated areas
Because
of campus
you hear
alone.
all these stories about
That's just like
women and
common
girls
sense, you
and,
guys. You know,
because
guys getting
you hear all these
assaulted when they're
stories
walking to the
about
car by themselves.
women and girls.
That's
and,
just dumb.
You know,
Make sure you don't do
guys
that.
getting
It's
assaulted
stupid
when they're
even if
walking
you
to the
haven't
car
been
by
abused and
themselves.
there's no
That's
potential
just
threat.
make sure you don't do that. It's stupid
because
even
you
if you
never
haven't
know.
been
I'm not
abused
saying be
and there's
paranoid.
no
I'm just saying
potential threat.
watch your back. And
So, because you never know.
kind of
I'm
careful.
not saying be paranoid.
There's
I'm
some crazy
saying
people out there.
watch your back.
And you never know when like
be kind of careful.
some random
'cause there's
person's
some
gonna
crazy
come up and
people
put a
out
gun to your
there.
head and say, "Give me your keys."
And you never know when
I
like
don't
some random person's gonna come up and put a gun to your head and say,
this
"Give
is
me
the
your
most
keys."
important thing.
I don't know.
Do not show that you're afraid.
If you run into this
Also,
person,
this is the most important thing.
You know, you might
do
feel
not
like
show
crap.
that
You
you're
probably
afraid.
will.
If
It'll
you
be
run into
awkward.
this person,
Don't show
you know,
any
you
sort
might
of
feel like
emotion,
crap.
just
You
kind of
probably
be like,
will. It'll be awkward.
Poker face, you know.
Don't show
because
any
what
sort
they
of
want is
emotion,
to
just
reaction.
kind of be like,
I don't know
poker
why
face,
he transferred
because
to my
what they want
college,
is
especially
reaction.
since
I don't
we
know
were
why
still
he
dating when I
transferred
started my
to
freshman
my
year, and he said
college.
he hated the
especially
campus,
since,
hated the professors.
we were still dating when I
and,
started my freshman year, and he said
all
he
this
hated
other
the
fun
campus,
stuff.
hated the
So I don't know why he
professors.
transferred. He did
And,
whatever. We're
all
in
this
totally
other
different
fun
departments.
stuff. I'm just
I don't
glad
know
I
why he
switched out of the
transferred.
major I was in
whatever.
because that's the one
We're in
he's
totally
doing
different
now.
departments. I'm just
It's
glad
just
I
bad.
switched out of the major I was in because that's the one
I haven't run
he's
into him.
doing
I'm
now.
happy to say in like a month or
just
so.
But
So that's good.
I haven't run into him. I'm happy to say in like a
that's all
month
I
or
can
so.
say. Just keep living your life
So
as
that's
normally as
good. I'm just
possible.
kind of
Doing my own
because
thing. That's all
you
I
know
can say.
you got
Just
away
keep
from this
living your life
person.
as
There's
normally
no
as
reason for them
possible.
to control your life.
Because
you don't need to be afraid. So,
you know, you got away from this person.
There's
There's
no reason
that.
for
If you
them
have
to
any
control your life.
questions,
You don't need to
or
be afraid.
feedback,
So,
tips, whatever.
There's
email
that.
me,
If you
the
have
link
any
is in the
questions or
down
feedback,
below
tips,
box
whatever,
now. It's not really a
email me. The
sidebar
link is in
anymore.
the because
Down
YouTube
below
changed it.
box
But
now. It's not really a
I
sidebar
will
anymore.
be posting another video. I'll
Because YouTube
probably
changed
shoot
it.
it like
But
later tonight or
I
something,
will
and I'll have that up
be
as soon as
posting another
possible.
video. I'll probably
Thanks for
shoot
watching,
it,
you
like,
guys. Later tonight or something, and I'll have that up as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, you guys.